PewDiePie drew every day for a year. How much did he improve? We'll see. But of course, there are people who are unhappy about PewDiePie drawing for a year. This, of course, happens on Twitter, a beautiful, beautiful platform. Welcome to Fung News, where every news is guaranteed to be late. And I'm definitely not making this video because everybody's doing it and I want to join on the hype train. Before we continue, I'm only reacting to parts that I think have interesting points to be talked about. You can watch the whole thing on PewDiePie's channel, and I don't think I need to introduce who PewDiePie is. I'm sure all of you already know who he is. Anyway, let's watch.
I drew every day for a year. What's the progress? Was it worth it?
I'd have to say though, his commitment is really commendable. I don't think I can do one thing every day for a year. For a week, maybe.
Like, I'll draw for 30 days, I can show the first day, and then I can compare it to the last day. That'll be interesting to see. Did I make progress? People were so encouraging on the video, and I really enjoyed picking up drawing, so I kept going.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I'm happy to hear that people are supportive of new artists. I hope he keeps drawing.
First of all, don't do what I did. I just kept drawing the same things. Anime girl, too much anime.
I know it can be frustrating, but drawing the same thing over and over is actually okay. Having a comfort zone is okay. So even though PewDiePie only draws anime girls, he's still improving. He started with this to this. Like, the improvement is there. Ethan Becker made a great video about this. Having a comfort zone lets you focus on one skill at a time, instead of overwhelming yourself with different things like anatomy or perspective. Once you get bored of drawing the same thing over and over, you can apply what you've learned to new things like backgrounds, animals, shoes. I don't know, Ethan Becker explains it so much better than I do. You can go check out his video after this.
So I picked up a couple art books, some more technical than others, but I really enjoyed this one, Taco, because I enjoyed the style of it. Obviously, everyone has different preferences. I think if you were to be a professional artist, you probably want to pick like a human anatomy book and really study it. But for me, it's just supposed to be fun. And I think if I'm having fun, I will remain consistent. So at least that's what I was trying to focus on.
Yeah, I agree with that. Staying consistent is important. I think especially in art, the joy of creating is what keeps artists doing what they do.
It went from me just wanting to sketch whatever to, no, I actually want to understand these things so I can draw them better. And I wish I did that sooner.
In my opinion, starting with drawing whatever you like, for example anime, is totally fine. If beginners start with technical things where they only draw boxes and circles, it would feel boring. If you're aiming for an art school or a professional career, of course studying anatomy and structure is important. But if drawing isn't fun in the beginning, you probably wouldn't stick with it long enough to get serious. And I think because PewDiePie feels that drawing is fun, that's what motivated him to be serious and learning all these different things. So draw what you like first. Then when you're ready to improve, you can dive into the technical stuff. Having fun is key to keeping yourself motivated and consistent.
I had sketched so much and it feels embarrassing to admit this, but like everyone was so amazed by my 101 that I felt like, okay, well, my year one has to be really good, right? Like, but progress isn't a straight line. Like, I think I was being too hard on myself where I was getting close to a year and I'm like, I don't have anything to show for it. I drew a full body one and I'm like comparing it to my 80-day one and I'm like, the 80-day one is still better. Even though it's just like full body, it's still better.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of artists can relate to this. When we create art without much effort or expectation, it often turns out great, and we love it. But as we learn more, like we learn more anatomy, we learn perspective, we learn expression, and all these different things, we start setting higher expectations to ourselves. So instead of enjoying the process, we get too focused on the end result. Having expectations can be motivating to some extent, but if it leads to stress and pressure, it's unhealthy. I think at least. Armchair psychology here, ladies and gentlemen.
I want to actually know, like, how do you draw legs? How do you draw different expressions? How do you draw, what is this? You've all been waiting for the return of, what is it? Usual Slash is back! G Fuel.
Yeah, I'm skipping that. I'm sorry, PewDiePie. I'm sure G Fuel is amazing, but unfortunately you cannot get G Fuel in Indonesia. Well, actually you can get G Fuel in Indonesia, but the price is crazy expensive.
I've been so frustrated this entire month. Not only because I wanted to show for the video, but I felt genuinely in me like I can do more. I know I can do more. I know I can do better. And I really wanted that to show. So I really did push myself a lot towards the end here. And that's when I bought an iPad.
Yay, digital art. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Coming in clutch last minute. Super satisfying to draw with a pen on an iPad. But obviously it was way different. So again, it was like a last minute learning curve of me not understanding the program and yada yada yada.
I wonder what program he used on the iPad. Oh, it's Procreate.
I studied the line work. I tried my best to draw the actual hands. This is gonna be so good. And this is the end result. And I genuinely hate looking at it. I've looked at it so much, it just pisses me off. Even now, I don't want to. In my head, it was gonna be so much more, you know. And then you look at it and you're like, oh, cool, that was it, huh? I desperately tried to draw something else because I don't know, like I felt like I could do more, but I kept drawing and I couldn't. Like it just came out looking weird and unsatisfying.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. Pewdiepie is putting pressure on himself to make better art and draw every day. Wanting to improve is great, but it's also normal to have off days. Sometimes you just feel uninspired, and that's okay. I don't know if he'll make another drawing everyday video, but if you're feeling stuck or unhappy with your work, just take a break. Do literally anything else and come back with fresh eyes and a fresh mind.
And this is the last thing I drew. I finished it yesterday, and I think I'm finally happy with it.
And that's great. I'm happy for him. I know that doesn't sound genuine, but yeah, I'm happy for him. He's definitely improved in a year. I mean, starting from this to this in a year, and he can now draw digital art. It's really amazing. It's really inspiring, and I really encourage him and everyone else to keep drawing or start drawing if you haven't tried it, because it's fun. So Pewdiepie's 1 year art video is quite wholesome, right? It's inspiring. But of course, Twitter has something to say about it. You can post a video of a puppy dog drinking water on Twitter, and there will be people commenting that the dog is a spawn of Satan or something. So Zoba Salt posted on Twitter about Pewdiepie's video. They said, I believed in human potential. Okay, I know they said I believe, but they clarified in the comments that it was a typo. Their intention is to show appreciation in Pewdiepie's effort to draw every day for a year. It's a harmless post. They even showed a person with iron lung still managed to draw, became lawyer and writer. It's really amazing. But when you go down at the comments, this person commented, if you have any amount of free time you want due to being a millionaire and gifted genetics from your parents, then you too can learn to draw after a whole year of effort. Great to see a wave of artists shitting on everyone who can draw each time as one of these comes out. I don't think that art is necessarily a gift or that you need one to be good at it. Art is a skill, something that you can develop and improve with practice. Does having a gift help you to be good at art? Sure. But that only means that you're quicker to learn art compared to your peers. And that applies to almost anything else. Academic subjects, sports, cooking, driving. If you have the gift but don't work on it, you won't be as good as people who don't have a gift but take their time honing their skill. You don't need to be a millionaire, gifted, really? Gifted genetics for you to learn to drawing good? My friend is a math teacher in middle-class family that barely have time but managed to drawing good. And no artist shitting people who can draw. Only you who can draw shitting on artists. I really like this statement that no artist shitting on people who can draw. In my experience, the more skilled an artist is, the more, I cannot say humble, but they are more encouraging to beginners. They don't tear down others' work, because they've been through the same ups and downs to get where they are. I've had people say bad things about my art, not constructive criticism, mind you, just straight up shits on my art. And there are always people who don't do art themselves. Okay, so there are also people who comment about having limited free time, comparing their own time to Pewdiepie's. No, you believe in being rich and having infinite free time to do whatever you want. And then another person says, I see what you mean, but more time is nowhere near the same as free time PewDiePie has. I just said that it's dumb to have and compare the free time PewDiePie has versus the free time your average person has. Your average person can get more free time, but not anywhere near what PewDiePie has. Okay, I'd like to weigh in as someone who's worked 9 to 5 jobs with overtime while doing art and YouTube on the side. Not everyone has flexible hours. Some people have crazy work hours. Maybe they have to take care of their family after work, and their free time can be really limited. That's why I really think that doing art because you enjoy it is more important than chasing profits from it. Don't get me wrong, it's great if you want to aim to be a professional artist, but enjoying the process is what keeps you going. Personally, I wouldn't keep drawing after my 9 to 5 job if it was just drawing boxes and technical stuff. I keep going because I can draw hot anime guys in my free time, and I enjoy it. And I'm glad that the majority of people understand that you don't need to draw 20 hours a day to improve. Even a few minutes each day can make a difference, as long as you enjoy it and have fun. That's what will keep you consistent. That's what will keep you going. So yeah, this has been Fong from Fong News. Thanks for watching.